Here's one. Do you understand your worth value? No worries. Do not worry, as we always say. Welcome to the Gifting Table broadcast. Just in case this is your first time, you do not know who I am. Well, let me just tell you. My name is Linda L. Robinson, aka Worthbeingologist, the visionary life coach, proud owner of Worthbeingology Group LLC, where we help leaders, coaches, pastors, even entrepreneurs, speakers to define or redefine their natural gifts. There are very and many components of your natural gifts. So we help you kind of pivot and move about to know who you are, as we stated, your worth value. And Delroy is going to let you all know who he is and the name of his business. Then we're going to get into our topic for today. How do you know your gifts are making room for you? Let me repeat. How do you know that your gifts are making room for you? Delroy, please let the audience know, our viewers know who you are. Tell us a little bit about your business, please.
My name is Delroy Morgan, and I am the president for zingforsuccess.com. It was selected because I like to help businesses make a success of their business. And so some of the things that I do is strategic plan. I help businesses with their financials and their overall business plan, so that if you're struggling or if you're just starting up with your business and you want to understand things like, how do I price my product? How do I know what margins are and whether or not I could make a profit? What's the best way? One of the best ways to put your profits up at the top and then look at your expenses. Most people look at profits at the bottom line, but if you could do that, identify what profit you want to make first, then you take care of adjusting your business to achieve that profit. So those are some of the things that I do, helping people with their business strategy. And my talent is really having the joy of enjoying making a difference with your business.
Wow, wow, wow. Clap, clap to Coach Delroy, and we will not take it back. Thank you very much for sharing with us what you do. And yes, you use your gifts and talents very well. Now, as we get into this message for today, how do you know, as Coach Delroy knows, that your gifts are making room for you? Not that I have never ever shared with anyone on any of the lives that I have brought before you. On today, I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. This is real talk, everyone, that Coach Delroy and I will be having with you all on today, from our heart to your heart. So bring that pad, the tablet, the pens, the pencils, whatever device that you use to take notes on, because you're going to need it on today, as we always say. I am operating personally, I am operating from a different place, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and a few other lees. My lifestyle is revealing and manifesting in many areas. And I will explain as I go on this message, and Delroy will share with you as well how he is expanding also. It feels so good when you're in a position. I cannot explain it, only God knows. It feels so good and intentional. And God wants the Worthbeingologist. I want the same for you, you, and you. And also, Coach Delroy, he wants it
Yeah,
for you all as well. Am I right, Coach?
that that is correct. We want the best for you because we know that you're given specific talent, and God put you here for a purpose. So, to the extent that we could help to accentuate those talents, that's our focus.
Your gifts and talents will make room for you, but are
That's right.
you ready to accept what God has already placed inside of you? And
That's
yes,
correct.
there is a difference between gifts and talents. We spoke about it, maybe a month ago. We'll revisit that message as
Right.
well at a later date. I don't know if they missed it or they got it, Delroy, but
I
we
think
will.
it's probably worth repeating.
Oh, thank you for the reminder. And I will. I will.
Okay.
It's something about hearing it over and over. Sometimes it makes the mind, the muscles,
Yes,
activate those muscles, right?
that's correct. That's
The
correct.
mental muscles. But before we get to the how, allow us to share parts of our growing process to where we are now in our journey, which in our journey lie the awakening. The
Mm,
awakening of secrets, mysteries, clues, tools, strategies, treasures of more gifts. Am I
that's
right,
right.
Delroy?
That is correct. That is correct. You
And
know,
go ahead.
yeah, one of the things is I want to just make sure you're aware that everyone has doubt. But one of the scriptures I usually release when I have any doubt is I could do all things through Christ who strengthened me.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Thank you very much for sharing that. And that is the living honest truth. I may not speak, or Coach Delroy may not speak the same language as he just quoted a biblical scripture. And you all know that we're faith based.
Oh,
You
yeah.
all know that we're faith based and we speak a word, we reference God whenever we feel like it, whenever he give us that to do so.
That's right.
What about me? What about me? I hear him saying. However, we are speaking a language that God and we understand to each other. So, welcome to the different language of speaking and being unique as God made you to be, using those gifts and those talents the best that you know how. We don't know nor have all the answers, but God knows. But God knows. And I always say to myself when I go through, and I'm sure Coach Delroy would say the same, as he go through trials and tribulations, obstacles, we do not know, but God knows. And Coach Delroy, would you agree that who are we to question God?
I, I think sometimes we want to question why did this occur or why did this happen? But I know in my life, if I look back a few months earlier and something that happened and I was wondering why, and it became clear because he's either preparing you for some other challenge or he's diverting you to a different path. And you start to realize why that path is so. How many of you have applied, for example, for a position and didn't get it? And then after a number of weeks or months, you realize why that job was not for you. But yet you were probably pretty disappointed that you did all that preparation and somehow it didn't work out for you. It's God guiding you to make sure you fall in the right area, and probably even gave you some challenges as you prepared so that you could be even more prepared for the right job or for the right spouse or for whatever you're looking for.
And I always say, when that happens, Coach Delroy, and to our listeners, God is stretching each and every one of us,
That's correct.
each and every one of us into new territories to learn
Mm-hmm.
so that we can earn
That's right.
everything that He
Yeah.
has in store for us and for our families as well, because we can't leave the family behind. We cannot leave
Yeah.
those that we are called to. So, as we continue on today to explain to many, whatever it is, whatever obstacles and challenges that come your way, you may not know or understand when, where, how, or why, even the what,
That's correct.
right? But
That's
guess what?
so correct.
God knows. And believing and trusting in Him, that's all that matters. Because
Yes.
if He brought it to you, Coach Delroy, and to everyone else, He'll see you through it. Am I right about it, Coach?
Amen.
I mean, it's true. It's
Yes.
true. There's
Yep.
not a day that we are challenged with something.
That's right.
Even even if we just go to the restaurant, even if we go to the grocery store, aisle 5, even if
Yep.
we are driving down the highway, there's always something or someone that tried to
Yep.
challenge us, right?
That is correct.
Whoo, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
We're going to move on, but there is something that I want to share with everyone because they are equipped. They are equipped to get through whatever obstacles that they may be going through.
Face.
They
Yeah.
face, right, in their business,
Yep.
with their family,
Mm-hmm.
in life in general. So I want you to repeat with Coach Delroy and I may not know,
I may not know,
but God knows.
but God knows. Yep.
I like that. I like that. And thank you
That's
very
right.
much for engaging. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Oh yeah.
Now, we are going to go through, we can only speak, and this is the living, honest truth from our perspective by seeing and hearing from some, because we've been on the streets of, we won't mention, right, or in the hallways of, right, Coach Delroy,
Oh yes.
we will
we've
not mention.
we've been on the narrow path and you know
Yes, on this social media we
that's
have
correct.
been. I would
Yeah.
meet Coach Delroy in certain rooms
Yep.
on that particular platform. but we may meet in the hallway. Before we know it, we're in the room.
Yes.
And another thing, before we even know it, we've been asked to join the host on stage.
That is correct.
Okay, so
And so you always have to be prepared. And who prepares you? You know, you're generally not at a loss for words if you know who prepares you.
yes, and the gifts inside of you, as
Yeah,
we said about the gifts, how do you know your gifts are making room for you?
that's
How do
correct.
you know? Okay, hold on, we're getting there. Hold on, we're coming. Hold on. You will know when you are comfortable and utilize the gift of confidence,
That's correct.
boldness, leadership, right, Coach
Yes,
Delroy?
leadership. Yeah,
We're going to talk about the upcoming retreat slash conference 2023, but we'll talk about that towards the end just to wet their whistle a little bit.
that's right.
But right now, seeing leaders, entrepreneurs, speakers, seeing them on various platforms, large or small, we recognize and realize the gifts that they are using, that they have stirred up inside of them.
Yeah,
We all, those that are utilizing and operating in their gifts, we are operating in the flow of our natural gifts,
natural gifts.
the gifts that were given us before we were born. You know
Yeah,
the scripture if you're a Bible study
yeah,
reader. Before you were born, these gifts were inside of you. And it's up to you to
yeah,
stir them up, to
yes,
wake them up, to
yeah.
utilize them, define and redefine. And if
Hmm.
you do not know, here's my plug, Coach Delroy. You know I'm going to give it to him, right?
That's
If
right. I
you
know
do
you
not,
will.
yes. And thank you very much for giving me permission.
Okay.
If you do not know your gifts, nor I'm talking about those inherited gifts, those inherited natural gifts, contact the Worthbeingologist. Contact me, and you can go to Worthbeingology. Actually, it's calendly.com/Worthbeingology/30 minute. And we
Yes.
can, that's my link to my discovery
Yep.
call. And I will have with them, Coach Delroy, a discovery call so that we can talk about where they are in their natural gifts.
Yep.
Number
Yep.
2, we believe and trust in our business model. After making, Delroy, I can see you now. Hold tight. And then I'll give you the floor. Making the necessary adjustments, right?
Yes.
Now, let us know give us at least two necessary adjustments if something is out of whack with our business. Give us
If
2 suggestions what we need
Yeah,
to
I
do.
mean, if you find that your business is out of whack, just the first reaction most people have is one of anger. So you have to tame that anger and ask yourself, okay, this happened. What can I do to fix it? All right. So let's say, for example, 1 month you ran over on your expenses, or the bill that you were supposed to collect, you weren't collecting it. There is a solution to that. And what that might be pointing to is that maybe for the last 6 months, you haven't been looking at those particular expenses. And what it's indicating is that you've got to look at that consistently. So we learn by doing. and we don't hesitate to do, because it's just by doing that you will discover what has to be adjusted.
Wow. Wow. That's good. That's good. Ooh, I love that. Look at those expenses on at least a daily
Right, that's
glance,
correct.
right,
Yeah.
Coach Delroy? Now, number three, we're going to move on to number three. We are building new relationships. I didn't know Coach Delroy a year ago.
That's right.
We're moving into our first year of
Yeah.
relationship.
And it was by divine intervention.
Yes,
Right.
divine intervention. I love that. And Coach Jacqueline would love that you
Yeah.
said divine intervention as
Yeah.
well. So, building those relationships and setting aside those that no longer are cohesive to our vision, mission, plan, assignment, and calling.
Yeah.
4, we have learned the value of our worth,
That's right.
which are presenting us with opportunities. And we're going to dive deeper
Mm-hmm.
on the opportunities, right, Coach Delroy?
Yes.
Opportunities to venture into new territories. Don't be scared.
That's right.
Do not be scared to go into opportunities. Win your gifts.
You can do it.
Yes, they can. Yes, you can.
You know, somebody is probably here and need to hear that message that they can do it.
Yes, and I have that message too.
That's right.
I have that message too. And thank you very much. We have
Yes.
someone joining us today on IG. Thank you for coming in and welcome. And if by chance you missed the beginning part, watch the replay. And for those that will be coming in later, hashtag replay so that we can circle back. And thank
Yeah.
you for joining us. So we were on number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunities will present
Opportunities.
itself to venture you into new territories. And let me get this out again. Here we go with the stretch you into territories, into ventures, and expand you in those areas that are familiar as well as not being familiar to you. I think I said a mouthful,
Mm.
Delroy. I
Yeah.
think I said a mouthful because you know why? The familiar, it's a mindset.
Yes.
The non familiar, those new territories, is a mindset.
It is a mindset.
So once they massage, trigger the mind to think right, to think
Mm-hmm.
positive, to know that, yes, as you said earlier, yes, you can,
Yep.
as you define or redefine your inherited natural gifts.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
new territory. And Coach Dewer, it's all about the mindset. Share
Yeah.
with us. Share with us about
Yeah.
the shift.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this,
Hmm.
looking at opportunities, And sometimes one of the biggest challenges we have is starting, just getting started. The reason is because we're concerned that we focus more on we may fail rather than we may win. So it's important to get started. And one of the best directions to get started in is the direction of what's your passion. In other words, what's your passion? So, as Linda talked about earlier, we talked about the vision and mission. What you want to do in life is take your passion for doing a particular thing and move that into your vision, mission, and goals, and set up a business or do your business based on that strong passion for meeting the customer's needs through whatever service or products you provide.
And that's taking action. When you
That's
said,
correct.
as soon as you said passion equals action.
That's correct.
Number 5, Delroy. Okay, we're rolling.
Yeah.
We are more selective as to the voices. Now, this is powerful. As to the voices we allow or we choose to receive in our head. Hear and act upon. Because every voice is not a good voice.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Every voice is not a good voice. Number one,
Yeah.
you want to hear the voice of the Lord. You want to hear God's voice. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to hear God's voice, and then he will direct your paths, as opposed to he will block out the voices, those unknown voices,
Yeah.
or the ones that need to be blocked. As long as you're focused on him,
Yes.
he will protect your ear gates as well as your eye gates. Do you have anything to share, Coach?
I just want to say the more you listen to the correct voice, suddenly the things that are not for you grow dim. In other words, it's like when I first came to New York City and I rode the subway, and I remember the noise, chun, 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 the train going. And after a while, I didn't hear it anymore because I was more focused on what I had to do. If you're more focused on the positive and what God is asking you to do, then all the other noise goes in the background. So that's important. Yes,
disappears, and you do not hear it. It just gets, like Coach Delroy said, smaller and smaller, very dim, which we need to turn off. Learn how to turn off the negative noise, the voices. Now, we do have a list, Coach Delroy, of many, many more, and we ask those to go to, not now, don't leave us, because we have more to discuss. You can go after this, well, give me 48 hours, okay? You can go into, and you know what? At all times, I'm reaching for my cord to plug in Instagram because I don't want to lose us on Instagram. But you can go to, let me give you the link to listen to the full blog in the other comments that we have. You can go to worthbeingologist.com/blog/. But right now, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to talk to our viewers on Instagram as to what we are looking at and where we're going, right, Coach? We have a lot to talk about. So bear with me, and as I get all this in operation and these things, here we go. Facebook, enjoy.
Hawaii. It seemed to me like Hilton Head is in the lead, and they're taking their so they're running along. So we think it's drifting towards Hilton Head, but we haven't completed the survey fully yet. So we'll give people some time to do that. And it's going to be a tremendous time how to take steps to improve your your health and wellness and other business topics, including your finances and business plan and strategy. Also, podcasting will be addressed.
Wow. Now that you said that, well, first of all, many special thanks to my granddaughter, Bronwyn, for designing this beautiful. She did an awesome job on the commercial. And
Yes.
what we're doing, we're resizing because everything is not the same size as on Facebook when you're dealing with commercials. So we will resize it and place it in IG as well.
Yeah, actually, I learned that recently. I was trying to put a video up, and it was bigger than the space that was allowed.
Yeah,
And I realized you have to make it 1080 by
resize.
something.
Yes,
Yes,
resizing is
yeah,
very important.
that's correct.
Now, dealing with or pulling in, and I want to say this about family. When you can work, it's a blessing when you can work with whether it's your children. Well, let's start with
Yeah,
your children, and your grandchildren. Now we're talking, Coach Delroy, and everyone else that is in the room. We're talking about building generational wealth,
well,
inheritance structure, which we will talk about at a later time
hmm
because we have a message for you on that too. It's all about the gifts. It's all
about
dealing
the
with
gifts.
your inherited natural gifts. Now, above things, all things, we are looking for, as Coach Delroy mentioned, we are looking for various areas when it comes to this retreat and collaborating with many others. God wants you to prosper. Above all things, He wants you to prosper. The Worthbeingologist, Coach Delroy, wants you to prosper as well. Constantly growing, operating, and flourishing in your natural gifts
That's
so
right.
that you can receive the many benefits that God has for and you.
Yeah,
Not just to hold inside, but so that you can teach others. You don't keep your gifts to yourself. That's why you have to define or redefine them. It's a blessing to do so that you can teach others what you've learned, what you went through, your stories, how you were able to overcome, to get your family out of debt. The list goes on and on and on. There's so much worth value in you as well as your natural gifts.
that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
power in your natural gifts. If
Yeah,
only you knew, right, Coach Delroy? If only they knew who you are and what has been placed inside of you. Contact the Worthbeingologist. If you do not know or understand your why, your worth value, no worries. Let the Worthbeingology have a discovery call with you. And we did say earlier, reach out to me. You can reach out and touch,
yeah,
especially when you're on Zoom. Callily.com/Worthbeingology /30 minutes. Together, we can begin the process of new, productive, and achieving streams of
Yeah.
multiples of income, such as the leadership. Now it's time. Let's tell them about the leadership conference that is coming up, the retreat and conference for 2023. And it's not our only one.
That's correct.
We
This is the
plan,
start.
this is just the start.
Yeah.
Yes. We plan to do more and more retreats and conferences to bring many on board with us, no matter what your position is. Remember, we asked some questions at the beginning? You're waiting around, twiddling your fingers. You have your business outline and everything in place, but who's knocking on your door? Who's
That's right.
calling you up, right, Coach?
Yeah.
Deborah?
Yeah.
Who's
You-
calling you up to be
How do you
part?
make those connections?
Exactly. But we're here. No worries.
Yeah.
We are here. Worthbeingology Group together with, and let me go over the list. Vision Concepts, LLC, owner, Coach Jacqueline Turnbow. Zing for Success, Strategic Management and Planning, LLC, owner, Coach Delroy Morgan. Arthur Radio, host and worship leader and trainer,
Mm-hmm.
Coach Donna Renee Patrick. Shawan Jones, owner of Kindred Soul Travels, LLC. Spiritual leader, event planner, Pastor Rita Coleman DeStein. And Coach Bob Yates, owner of Circles of Champions and
That is correct.
many other organizations and companies and entities that he does as well. And there are so many more. But guess what? This is an opportunity for you to come in and say, ooh, I'm ready. I want to be part of. You
Yeah.
have a meeting with the team, and we will let you know what stage of the speaking you are.
Yeah.
I won't say qualified, but you are ready.
Yeah.
Some are ready to be released on stage, and some of you, you know who you are. Maybe your confidence or boldness isn't at a level that you feel secured to do so. No worries whatsoever. We
Mm-hmm.
will bring you under our wings and teach those that are not ready, but getting ready.
That's correct.
Coach Delroy, all the way up to the ones who are ready because they have placed some things and speaking on various stages in place. So we're working from the bottom up
That's
and
correct.
not from the top down.
And
Because
and and, and let me
yes,
just add something real quickly, if you
please,
don't mind.
please,
If you don't mind.
please.
Yes. So you're talking about folks who are beginners and those who are a little more seasoned and have done this for a while. The key is it's good to surround yourself with those people. If you're a beginner and you're just starting or you're at the intermediate level, it's good to surround yourself with people that are considered expert, but they also believe they're still growing. So tap them, come to the conference and talk with them. Folks will be accessible to talk with you as we go through this loaded program of how to increase and improve your presentation, your communication skills, how to build on your business, because that's the method that you use to expand your business. you have to be able to communicate that to customers and to others. So it's important that you surround yourself with these folks.
And Delroy, before they even get to the conference, I'm talking about at the very beginning, right now, they
Yes,
can go to callily.com/ Worthbeingology /30 minute. And
hmm,
I will have that discovery call with them to see where they are in their business. And
yes,
then meet with the team to let them know, okay, well, we have Mary Jane, we have
yes,
Cindy Lou, we
yep,
have maybe Bob or Candace, whomever. We have these individuals who have never ever spoken before, and they would like to have an opportunity. Some, Coach Delroy, may be ready for our 2023 conference to do
that's
a
correct.
workshop,
Yep,
And
yes,
all they need is the Worth Beingologist to help them pull out,
yep,
define, redefine those gifts, and give
yep,
them the confidence, the resilience that is already inside of them
yep,
to
yep,
take the time. And that's what many coaches should do. Take
yep,
the time and hear from those that are maybe not certain or sure of themselves. That's why we're coaches.
that's right, that's
Am I
right.
right? That's why
Yes,
we are coaches. So we offer an opportunity for you to be stretched in territories,
yeah,
stretch and learn to earn, build relationships, and appear on platforms other than the ones that you weren't invited to, or the ones that you did not create yourself.
yeah,
And I always say my philosophy is, and this is why God has given it to me, this vision. Don't wait for someone else
that's right.
to invite you to their platform.
Create
Build
your own.
your own platform.
Yes,
Build your own platform, just as the Worth Beingologist is doing, having these lives with phenomenal guests, other entrepreneurs, speakers, leaders,
yeah,
to help them in their areas of stretching,
that's correct.
motivating you, empowering you, impacting you. That's what
Yes,
it's all about. That's what it's all about. So come around, join up with a team that is
yes,
moving forward and
yep,
getting it done. We are getting it done.
that's
We
right.
are getting it done. So tell us, Coach Delroy, share with us, what do you have to add about the conference,
I,
upcoming conference?
I think the upcoming conference, let me just, in case you hadn't heard it or you hadn't seen it on the commercial that just went by, you'll be able to replay this tape because it will be posted. But here are the topics: how to take steps to improve health and wellness, how to improve and manage your career, how to maximize profitability for your products and services, how to write and publish your book. Some of you have a book in you that you always wanted to get out and you didn't have the opportunity to because you're holding back. I just did a business plan with a young lady that's starting a business and she struggled through writing the executive summary. And I was able to coach her through that. How to develop your business plan and financial strategy, how to develop presentation and communication skills. And for those that you are of you that's looking to register your business, how to register and incorporate business entities. These are the sessions that we'll have, and we'll have breakout session. And I want to tell you something else. If any of you just want to have a half an hour session with me, go to Zing4, the number 4, success.com, and I'll have a talk with you, see if there's something I could help you with in your business. The advantage there is if you start out with me, you'll also get an opportunity to sit down and talk with me at the conference, because some of these I do most of it remotely. So guys, you have a great opportunity here. I'd like you to use your talents and capabilities. Don't sit on it anymore, because those are God-given talents that he wants you to use.
Ooh, ouch, ouch. And you know what? I looked at my list here because we did not go over everything. But if
Right.
you own a business, if you are a speaker, if you are a leader, contact the Worthbeingologist.
That's
We're
correct.
looking for vendors. And let me just say about the vendors. We're not going to have a lot of vendors competing against selling the same thing. We're only going to have one vendor per the event. So if you are a vendor, now is the time. Although you have not heard all the plans and so forth, now is the time to contact the Worthbeingologist. You can DM me. You can send me a message through Instagram. You can contact me through Facebook. I'm not hard to find, you all.
That's right.
I'm not hard to find. So you can contact myself so that you can get on the vendors list.
That's right.
And when we do have the plans and the prices set, guess who's going to be on the first call? You, you,
Yep. Yep.
those that will reach out and contact the Worthbeingologist so that we can discuss what type of business you have.
That's correct.
And calling on all authors. The distribution platform for authors under the umbrella of Worthbeingology Group LLC is a membership. Now let me just briefly mention to you how that is going to work for the conferences. More than one, every conferences that we have. If you are an author, we will only have the opportunity for one subject on the table, not 10 authors writing about the same topic. Again, just like with the vendors,
Yep.
contact the Worthbeingologist if you are an author and you're interested in being on the distribution platform for authors. It will be a one-time only fee unless you decide, and it's cheaper if you become a member, a full-time member. It will be cheaper because guess what? Every event we have, you will be on that table.
Participating. Yeah.
Exactly. They will be grandfathered
Yep. Yep.
automatically.
Yep.
So the cost of a membership is, just being part of and being on at every conference that we have. And if you authors want to be a vendor, you can have your own table with your books. However, again, we're only going to have one author on that particular topic.
Linda, you said one author on that particular topic. If I
Yes.
were sitting out there and listening to that, I would make sure I act quickly.
And that is correct. That is correct because nobody wants to go and vend, and they in their mind they're getting frustrated after meeting all the vendors, going around the room, and they see they see that there's another author maybe talking about grieving or finances, and they're doing the same thing. It's
Yeah.
not fair. It's not fair. I've seen it happen at many, many events.
Yeah.
So, as Coach Delroy mentioned, it's important that you reach out to the Worthbeingologist if you are interested ASAP AP. Now, if you want to be a vendor, authors, there is a vendor fee for that. If you want to be part of the membership with Worthbeingology distribution platform for authors, is a one-time fee. You'll be locked in every event that we have. Who knows? We may even ask you to speak in a workshop on
That's
that
correct.
particular topic.
That's correct.
Coach Delroy, this is like expansion right here.
That's
They
right.
have,
That's right.
if only they can imagine
Yeah.
what God has in store for the team as well as them, because we're reaching way down to pull everybody up with us.
Yeah.
Not that we're up high, because no, we'll never, no man is as high as God.
That's
But
right.
I've been there. I have been there. That's why I have a passion to help others.
Yes. And
I
so do
have
I.
been there, and they hear my stories, some coaches, and I'm not going to mention any names, but they heard the story, my story, and some of them said, "You're not ready. You're not ready."
Say who?
Yes, God said I'm ready. He gave me the book. But when I met Coach Vanessa Collins, my book coach, the person that trusted me and heard me, had a conversation with me, we connected instantly.
Yeah.
And God said, she's the coach to help you with your speaking engagement, getting your story out there, and helping you write your book. Thank you very much, Coach Vanessa Collins. And guess what? Coach, I'm letting it out. Hey, I can't hold, some people can't hold water. You know, I'm letting you all know. Coach Vanessa Collins will be one of our honorees because she helped. If you know Coach Vanessa Collins, you know the heart that she has for her community and all those that she come in contact with.
That's right.
So that is a mic drop. I'll give myself a mic drop. And in closing, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And in closing, Coach Delroy, would you like to mention a few words about the conference so that we can let the people go for now?
The
So that
conference
they
will
can
be in,
sign up.
yes, the conference will be in 2023. And it's most likely going to be somewhere in May. And we are asking, we didn't have the survey, we didn't have the link for the survey, right? But if you connect with the Worthbeingologist, we could send you the link for the survey if you just wanted to vote on specific location. But right now, it's leaning towards where it's going to be Hilton Head. So there's a strong possibility it's going to be there. So
Hilton Head, South Carolina.
South Carolina, that's correct.
Looking out at the beach.
Yes.
Opening up your balcony door and
Yes.
letting the breeze come in.
Yeah.
Imagine hearing the waves, the water. Yes. Ooh, you know, I'm in, all in. So thank you very much for joining the Worthbeingologist today. And we will put the survey in the comments on IG as well as Facebook under the lives and
Yeah.
Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn, because we
Yes.
will be posting this on LinkedIn as well.
LinkedIn. Yeah.
However, you only have, what is the day? Wednesday. Oh my goodness. We said we're going to end
They have until midnight.
until midnight. So that means the worth being, I'll just have to get going so that I can get that link out to you all.
Or should we extend it?
Well, that would be fair. Because
Yeah.
how many minutes, Coach Delroy, does it take for them to take the survey?
2 minutes to complete the survey.
2
And just
minutes.
remember to put your name and email address. That's one of the questions, and it's important if we want to stay in contact with you that we have that bit of information also.
Yes, not that we're not about selling or abusing your personal information.
That's correct.
We're about making connection.
Yes.
Giving you an opportunity to meet us, to grow with us as a community,
right,
and perhaps be on our team.
Yes.
We're going places. We're doing marvelous things.
That's right.
We want you to be part of that as well.
Yeah.
So we are going to say goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
God bless you. We love you. And prayerfully, we will be talking real soon. God bless everyone. Goodbye,
bless.
IG.
Goodbye.
And as we sign off on IG, we are going to say goodbye to Facebook, YouTube, as well as Instagram. Or Instagram, we did Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and
Facebook,
Twitter.
YouTube.
I always say that. I love my IG community so well.
Yes.
And they represent very well as also their support and love. I feel it, through. Well, thank you very much, Coach, and hang in there so that we can have a few words afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me say goodbye. Let's wave to the people, throw kisses, and talk to you soon.